Hello everyone, my name is David from INN, and with me here is Dupes from the base.
How's it going?
And we've got...
I'm John Crewe, lead technical designer here at Foundry 42.
So, can you start by telling us a bit about what you do as technical designer?
Okay, so the bulk of our days as tech designers, we take the ship art models that the great Foundry 42 art team do, and we make them fly.
So you're responsible for my lack of a freelancer right now?
We're working on that at the moment.
I have to ask, I'll get slaughtered if I don't.
I'll get you the guy who's working on it at the moment. Really? He's here tonight.
Ah, I could, yeah, that would be nice.
When he sees this, he'll be very upset.
That's awesome. So you said lead technical designer, right? So does that mean you manage the designers below
yes,
you too?
So I'm the lead here at Foundry 42, and I have 5 guys underneath me. And it's all a mixture of junior, regular, senior.
Right.
We do a huge amount of stuff. It's not just ships. Most of my day, when I'm not doing meetings or planning, is doing the FPS tech design. So I'm getting the weapons in, getting them working, getting them feeling good, balanced. That's just for FPS.
So I guess since Ilphonics wrapped up or wrapping up their stuff, that's coming over to you guys? How's that?
I've been doing it with them for quite a few months. So they did the initial groundwork, and about 6 months ago, I started doing more and more and more, just to relieve the load they were doing, so they could concentrate on other things. I took over all the weapon balancing, weapon setup to let them get on with everything else.
So I noticed you got a Hornet shirt on and a Hornet pin. I'm a big fan of the Hornet. Is that your favorite ship?
No.
Good man. Good man.
No. What's your favorite ship?
Can't tell you.
Oh,
see, that's just.
He just freaking went there.
Yeah.
That's you're getting our cameraman to chime in here. That's.
I'll tell you in about 4 hours. Come get me.
All right, let me make sure we'll get him some beer so that will tell us. We'll be good.
Yes. Ship sizes, like the size of ships, not in the game, like the giant ships, but as files. How big are ships?
It really varies a lot. A few examples, like the Cutlass Black is probably the largest ship we have with the old damage tech system where we had the 255075. The max file for that, where it has the pristine model and all 4 damage states, is about 3 gig. It takes like 40 minutes to submit to Perforce every time you want to do a change.
So with the new damage state?
With the new stuff, the Retaliator, its interior, exterior, and damage states is about 100 meg, 200 meg.
And that's part of the optimization that you guys did with redesigning everything. So that's huge. That's a huge
not only
event,
is it smaller file sizes, both the source files and the game size, the memory footprint of everything is huge.
And it also helps you
and the
work
time,
faster, right?
yeah,
it helps you.
It's literally, we had to do 5 versions of the same ship. Now we do 2.
Now, that same tech that's being used for ships, that's going to be used for other things as well in the game, like clothing and weapons. And
clothing, weapons. So the wear system on ships is going to be on the guns. So as you have them longer, they start wearing visually.
So I guess with that being said, as far as like when you're managing the other designers, so do you more delegate, or do you delegate most of the time in your position? Or?
I try to where I can. There's some bits where it's easier just to do it yourself, and I'll get one of the other guys to. We all sit in one big island, all 6 of us, and so I'll just grab one of them, and they'll come sit next to me, and I'll show them whilst I'm doing it.
Right.
So they get to see how it's done. It's just a bit quicker to do things, but a lot of the time now, they're good guys. They're all up to speed. The newest guy, he's been here 3 months. He's working.
Oh, so guess what? You guys are hiring.
Yeah.
The world's not falling.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you know?
Got another guy. The 6th guy is actually technically still in QA. He's coming up to be junior tech design after this. So next week he's going to start doing his training.
So the team's been growing.
Yeah, there's lots of ships to do. Like the new guy, not in QA, the other one, he's actually starting on the Starfarer.
Awesome.
So that's all getting the art in.
That's good.
The Starfarer or the Gemini?
Regular Starfarer. The Gemini will be after.
I want to get my fuel in.
So, what do you think is the biggest technical hurdle that you deal with and that the project as a whole has to deal with left?
I would say getting the zones stuff, being able to transition nicely. We've got these huge levels at the moment that you saw at Gamescom, like billions wide, and that it's hours of gameplay just flying from one side to the other. And we're working on getting that transition so you can have them all stacked up next to each other.
Well, the 64-bit, moving to 64-bit helps with precision, as Chris said too, right?
Yeah, so we've got enough time to stream in the next zone next to it because you've got 1 billion meters to go. Yeah, it's going to be fine. I've seen some interesting stuff behind closed doors.
The community is obviously a pretty big part of Star Citizen. What kind of interaction do you have with the community?
Yeah, I've been trying to get on the forums a lot. I used to be quite active in the FPS thread, but it's the amount of stuff we've had to do at work recently. I haven't had a chance. I pop into Reddit every now and then, read your transcriptions of everything.
It's been crunch.
Yeah.
Basically for you.
Wait. So you actually read INN transcripts?
Yeah.
Cameraman, high five.
Because we leave various times, and quite often, like around the verse comes out just as I'm going home. Right. So I'll just go home and just flip and read through it, and then go and watch it.
It's gonna be satisfying, man.
That's so what kind of what do you think personally is the most cutting edge thing that you've seen as part of Star Citizen? Like what's really something that you saw that was like, wow?
The local physics grid stuff in the multi-crew ships, just being able to seamlessly go into one that's spinning around and you're sat inside it watching the world spin around. You've got your mates in there shooting people. You stop, you get out, go somewhere else, come back. It's pretty mind-blowing, especially having experience with CryEngine and know how hard stuff like that is. It's amazing what the guys have done.
It's crazy to think about, but if you're on a capital ship, right, and you're on the inside, you're flying around an orbit of a planet, then you have fighters out in the distance, and you could possibly be boarded all at the same time. It melts my brain. Yeah. And that's the dream, that's the goal of Star Citizen, and when it happens, it's going to be amazing. But I imagine just like us as backers, we're very attached to this project. It's personal to us. We feel like we're part of the team. Yeah. I imagine that connection's there, obviously, with the staff too, right?
Yeah. It's like a lot of people love what they're doing. It's so groundbreaking, so different. It's nice to be able to just work on something that is pushing the boundaries. Like other companies people have come from, you always have to think in the back of your mind, oh, is this going to run on this console? Does this console's inputs work for this? Do I have to compromise the design to fit a certain market? And for this, you still have to take in things. You can't just go all the polys. You can't do that. But it's nice to know you've got a core market there that absolutely love what you're doing. Right. You've got a goal in mind, and you can just plug towards that.
Well, we spoke with Sandy earlier, and she said doesn't have a day of vacation. I imagine, especially if you love working on it, you probably lose track of time, and you'll be in what's like the longest day you've pulled like straight working on it?
Actually, yesterday or today.
Really?
What's today? Friday.
When's the last time you slept?
It was this morning. I left the office at 2 a.m. this morning.
Dedication.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
There were a few guys that I came back in the office this morning, and they were still there plugging, and hopefully you'll see why.
I hope we'll see why soon.
It's should be good.
So for some of the more technical minded of the fans out there, way beyond anything I will comprehend, what kind of tools do you use in your?
So Max is the big art modeling program that all the guys use for doing the ships. We've got some fantastic tools, guys, that have got crazy exporter tools that export the Max scene and do give you a rough basic setup. It used to be all by hand, like XML, Notepad++, start typing.
Sounds terrible.
So they give you a start. Right. Not much Lua. We're just trying to get away from Lua. It's all XML, C++.
We as a community have so much fun watching everything that comes out from you guys. So.
This means I can stop talking now.
Yeah, you're done. Thank you so much for sitting down.
Thanks for taking the time with us. We appreciate it.
Cheers.
So we interviewed you earlier, did we not?
You did, yes.
Now, what did you say back then that about your favorite ship?
I said I'd tell you later. And
So is it later now?
it is later now. It's the Sabre.
Really?
Yeah. Followed very closely by the Idris.
Which both look so good.
Yeah.
Seeing inside the Idris was...
And that's only a very small bit of it as well.
How far off is the Sabre, do you think?
It's at the concept stage at the moment. I literally had the concept model on my desk yesterday, looking at it, getting ready to do the white box flight setup on it.
Awesome. So is there going to be more concept art and stuff going up soon?
There
do you
should
think?
be more
There
of it.
should?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, all that stuff should be on the website soon.
I can't wait to see it because it looks like another reason to spend more money. Yay! Thank you for
problem.
giving us an update.
No problem. Thank you.